Robots. A robot is a software service that runs processes built using UiPath Studio. Robots tab in Orchestrator will enable us to add robots to the Orchestrator and connect with created machines, which can help us execute the processes. As we have already seen, we have tried to relate machines with a company, right? So here, a robot can be related to an employee working or associated with a company. So here, a robot will be connected to machines. Then, there are different types of robots available: attended robot, unattended robot, non-production robot, and development robot. So what exactly is unattended robot? For that matter, attended robot. Attended robot works under the assistance of humans, usually triggered by the user from the robot tray available. It cannot be triggered from the orchestrator, but orchestrator here can be helpful to log the activities of the robot and for monitoring purposes. And attended robot can't work if the screen is locked. Then next, unattended robot. It runs without any human intervention and can be triggered from orchestrator and can also operate even if the screen is locked. Then, non-production robot. This type of robot has got all the features of unattended robot but should be used only for the testing purposes and not for the production. Then the last, development robot. This has also got the features of unattended robot but should be used to connect the UiPath Studio to the orchestrator such that for the development purposes. Now let's move back to the orchestrator and let's try to connect or add a robot to the orchestrator. Now back to the orchestrator, moving on to the robots tab as we have configured the machines. Here if I just click on the add button, I can see there exist two options. One is standard robot and the other is floating robot. So what is the difference between them? Here, two type of robots can be created. The first one, standard robot. The second, floating robot. What is a standard robot? Here, we have to define the machine name when creating the robot. What's the benefit? Beneficial for the situation where user works on the same machine every day. Combination used is machine name plus user details. Now, floating robot. Here we don't define the machine name when creating the robot, so it works with any machine type, either standard or template, defined in the orchestrator. In this scenario, you have to define a one machine template and floating robots for each user. Each user can connect his or her robot to the orchestrator using the machine template key generated earlier. Beneficial for the situation where users works on shifts in the same machine every day. The combination used is just user details because it has to do nothing with the machine name. And of course, it is applicable for the Active Directory users and is applicable for floating and development robots. Now, switching back to the orchestrator, because we don't have the license for floating robot in Community Edition, let's go and choose Standard Robot. Here, the first thing that will be asked is to select the machine. Because we have already added a machine earlier, that is laptop 32, and this, go back to this and you have to select that particular machine over here and the name of this particular robot. say Sheriff Robo. Okay. Description, you can write anything or you can leave it as it is. Then what type of license are you looking at? Studio, right? And the credential store. You can leave this for now. And to find the username, the thing that you can do is just go to command prompt and type who am I. Enter. So this is the username for that. Just copy it and go back to here and paste it. And the password, which is your system password, just enter it over there. And then if you need to do any settings, if you what type of logging level you want, it's information right now. Allow development logging, log into console. If you want to set the resolution when the bot triggers, everything you can do it over here. Go back to the description and just click on create, and it's there now, right? Go back to your machine and says it's connected. Earlier it was connected but not licensed, but as we have just connected it, click on refresh and you'll be able to see that it's connected. Go back to this and come back to this, and as you can see, there should be a green symbol over here. Yeah, it's there right now. So license type has been acquired at this particular time. So that is how we were able to connect our machine a robot like that. So how many ever robots you want, you can connect to it according to the number of users you have got for that particular machine.